Good afternoon. I'm John Sweetnam, and I'm a founding partner of Coaching Navigator. I've been in the coach profession since '92. I wanted to share a particular program that we've designed after 7 years of research to solve what seemed to be a common theme running throughout all of my clients, whether they were in the business world, in family life, or just for themselves. And it has to do around what we've called conflict. How many out there like me have had moments in a conflict at work, more importantly for me, a time when I had 5 teenagers, conflict in the home, or conflict with myself as I grew and had different ideas about how I wanted to be and how I would show up and what I wanted from life after working for this is my 47th year. So the program I want to share with you today is a very simple 5-step process to resolving conflict. 5 simple proven steps. 7 years of research behind it. Today I'm going to give you about 5 minutes of, wow, wouldn't it be nice if we just had a simple bread and butter concept that would work easily and taste good like grandma's homemade bread. Just work. Yes, we call it conflict evolution because conflict, like people, is messy. Conflict doesn't come up at an ordained time. Conflict is really just a situation, an issue, or a challenge that we don't understand, that we're not clear on, that we don't have all of the information, and we're not clear how many choices we have to get what we really want, what we need. So after many years of research to back up, we did come up with a simple 5-step process. It's clear, it's clean, it works consistently, you can trust it, and you can trust yourself while doing it. It's about a story. It's about a story that you've been told or tell yourself about an issue or a situation or something that's happening, just a story. In it, something is said that triggers us off and takes us to a place that isn't, the energy's not right for us. The second part is when I really reflect on that story. We call it observation. When I see clearly, when I observe what really is going on, what really is the truth here? We've been known to say in our program, generally, people are doing the best they can. The best they can at their level of awareness and the skills they have access to. And if that's generally true, what is really going on? What are we aware of? What are they aware of? And then we go into feeling. What caused that energy to feel out of balance, to feel out of harmony, to bring on the conflict? It's just an energy exchange. What was said? How was it said? What was the element or the one thing in that caused me to go to that place? For me, it's in my tummy. Goes inside when I feel not connected, when rapport has been broken, when trust has been challenged. I take a step, and I need to slow down. And the beauty of our process is it slows down the process enough that we can get connected to it, first of all to ourselves, and then with the other person that we're working with, or even a group, even a team. We can connect by our breath, slowing it down, stepping maybe back just a step from it to get a little more perspective. Maybe like that fly in the wall, all of a sudden we're saying, wow, I could really see what's going on. I get dart all over. Have you ever want to be a fly on the wall sometimes? And really get connected to my feelings. And now that I've slowed the process down and I'm breathing, I'm actually back in my body for me, I can really, what do I need? What do you need when you're in conflict? What do you need in a particular moment of challenge? You know, I go to Jamaica practically every year and they have t-shirts there. They always say, no problem, Mon, just a situation. I love that t-shirts. I got 3 or 4 in the cupboard. I should wear them, I guess, but I love that no problem, Mon, just a situation. And it takes me about 3 days to get that Caribbean island kind of thing going on. But once after about 3 days, yeah, I'm actually living. No problem. It's just a situation. So today, in this situation that's come up, if I were to let go of the problem, what am I letting go of and what do I need to replace it with? A choice? Another option? Clear up a misunderstanding? Having a different level of participation? All those are just questions that you can ask, I can ask, to really find out what do we need? What do you need and what do I need? What do you need and what do I need in this situation so that we feel connected again? And is it something that we hadn't really thought of? Were we stuck in an either or? In our program, we always say, when you have an either I do this or I do that, we say ask for more. When you have an either or, ask for more. Another choice. And then I have to make a request. For some of my clients, having voice when they've been felt, I don't know, disconnected, or just out of shape, they've lost their voice. Not in that one moment, but over time through put-downs, maybe a strong dominant male authority in the family structure, maybe a strong boss. I had one person say, my boss is Hitler. And so all of those things diminish our ability to give voice and expression to something that we really need. So what's the voice I want to give to myself? Like stand up and be accounted? Stand up and say no? Stand up and say yes to myself? What is it I want to request of myself? For me, I have to take a breath. I get wound up, and I need to slow down for me to reconnect with myself. Whatever it is for you, we now know we're dealing with that conversation inside that's saying, oh, that dang person, oh, and our mind is rambling on about, oh, how could they do that? Oh, they're not nice, I woulda, shoulda, coulda. And we get on these story building because we have an inside conversation that seems to be very, very, very spirited, if not over-empowering. And if you're like me, half of my conflict is within me, and the other half is out there. The other half is with, well, I remember having teenagers, and I had one child who, if I said north, he said south. If I said right, he said left, automatically. What it triggered in me was when my father said something, you better do it. And I had to resolve it. Didn't resolve it in a while, but this process that we've evolved here helps anyone who's going through a challenge in their life where you need to just step back a bit, connect with yourself, and be complete in asking rich questions. Like, would you be willing to hear me? Did I hear you say that clearly? Would you be open to looking at a new way? What else might there be? When you said it wasn't X and it had to be Y, was there an S or a T? Was there something else? So our process is that simple. What's the story? What's really going on? How do I feel? What do I need? And what's the request I make of myself and someone else? So whether you're going through wanting to make meaning or purpose in your life and you're having some internal dialogue, or whether you're dealing like I did with a number of teenagers in the home at once, and towards the latter years, when my parents aged, I was actually doing with elder care. And my mom lived to a wonderful 88, but there were elder care issues because the things that she was normally proud to do, just the physical capacity and what had to be done, changing a light bulb, painting the back deck. My gosh, I must have painted it 17 times over 17 years, and I thought it was good enough, but I must tell you, I painted the deck 17 times. It could be that. And I loved my parents, and my mom was super, and it was a joy in lots of ways, but it always challenged what? This Saturday? This is the Saturday I'm painting your deck when I wanted to go and be at the cottage, or... So we have those three issues that I found are quite something that are coming up more and more for many of my friends. Dealing with how do I give meaning and purpose to my life as it evolves? How do I deal with adult children coming home after university, looking for a place to live free? And how do we deal with the increasing challenge, the conflict of having elders coming back, and we're responsible for them now? People we love. When their model of the world actually ended a number of years ago, and our roles have almost completely reversed. So there's just some of the issues that I was compelled to bring this program to you to address these very everyday human issues. And I hope you'll give me a call, John at Coaching Navigator, and maybe join us at Conflict Evolution. Thank you.